"2020 has been a year where people have depended on technology more than ever. I mean, I don't know how I would have made it living through the pandemic in 1918. What were you supposed to do back then while quarantining? Read? Ugh, gross. Listen to a gramophone? Music sucked back then. It was all guys with weird voices singing about how their sweetie loves apples or whatever. The biggest tech product this year by a mile was Zoom. And if it took a pandemic to get rid of Skype, then I say worth it. Skype was great if your goal was to not have a meeting. And some people complain that Zoom charges you for longer sessions. But you know what? I say thank God. The only thing getting me through a call with my family is knowing that there's a 45-minute escape hatch. I mean, I pay a premium for even shorter sessions. Is there a 5-minute plan, Zoom? Because if so, shut up and take my money. But 2020 didn't just bring us Zoom. It also brought us Zoom terrorism.
Zoom, so many of us are using it to stay in touch. But now, some are having major issues as Zoom meetings are getting hijacked in a new trend called Zoom bombing.
Zoom bombings range from pranks to pornography. It even happened during a streaming news conference in which pornography popped up on the screen as health authorities and elected officials discussed the pandemic.
At first, it just seemed like people were checking in, and then very quickly it devolved into a lot of pornographic images being dumped as screenshots.
Yeah, of course Zoom meetings got hit with dick pics. Each new form of technology is just another way to send dick pics. I mean, if you look close enough, you can see the dick Neil Armstrong drew on the moon. One small dick for man, one giant dick we all have to see at night. Inspiring. 2020 also left us with more free time than ever to improve ourselves, like learning a new language or baking our own bread. But thankfully, video games were there to save us from all that crap.
Nintendo saw a big boost in sales as more people need to be entertained at home because of the pandemic. Animal Crossing, New Horizons, 26 million copies have been sold of this wildly popular game.
Yes, 2020 gave us the video game Animal Crossing, which let us create our own perfect little world while the real world was going to shit. Although we all ended up making the same mistakes in Animal Crossing that we did in real life. You start the game free and happy on an unspoiled island, but then 3 raccoons convince you to become a land developer. One thing leads to another, and let's just say my residents were not happy when I let BP start fracking on my island. But hey, sorry guys, Daddy's gotta get those turnips somehow. Whew. So while technology did a lot of great things for 2020, just like everything else this year, it got politicized.
We've got breaking news this morning. The Trump administration announcing it will block downloads of Chinese-owned apps TikTok and WeChat starting Sunday.
Yeah, President Trump tried to ban TikTok. And you know what? I'm with Trump on this one. It's a horrible app. TikTok is more responsible for convincing white people they can dance than the DJ throwing on Cotton Eye Joe. White people used to be ashamed to dance, and now they all think they're Jabberwockies. But if Trump was smart, he wouldn't ban TikTok, he'd just get on TikTok. It's a perfect showcase for how he dances. Ugh. This makes me want to follow his advice of injecting bleach, but into my eyes. But tech companies got the last laugh in 2020, because while Trump was trying to ban TikTok, Twitter and Facebook were trying to ban Trump's bullshit.
Facebook has taken action against what it calls harmful misinformation from President Trump. The company deleted a post by the president that included a false statement about children and the virus.
And Twitter hit President Donald Trump with a warning label on one of his tweets about vote by mail, saying the post violated the company's rules around elections.
I'm glad I finally get around to fact-checking Trump's new lies. But don't expect credit for standing up to the president after 5 years of this shit. That's like claiming you beat up The Rock when he's 90 years old. That's not winning a fight. It's elder abuse. Okay, I'm just saying, social media companies should have been fact-checking Trump earlier. He spread so much damaging false information over the years, from saying Obama is a secret Muslim born in Kenya to claiming Meryl Streep is overrated. She is the greatest living actress. And I know all about good acting, okay, after my critically acclaimed performance in Crazy Rich Asians. Shut up, Twitter. But many people would say the greatest tech news this year is that we have several vaccines in development that actually seem to work. And of course, we all know the people who need to get a vaccine first are the elderly, like my grandma, Ronny Chieng. No, that is not me in a wig, okay? I just take after her. Now give her the vaccine, preferably in the right arm because I'm left-handed. But just in case the vaccines don't work out, there's still the option of hitting the eject button on this whole planet.
A giant leap for Elon Musk's SpaceX. The company has launched 4 astronauts into orbit.
Elon Musk says he is highly confident he is going to put people on Mars by 2026. The key to achieving this goal is SpaceX's development of its Starship rocket. The vehicle is being built to launch cargo and as many as 100 people at a time to the moon and Mars.
Yes, private citizens without astronaut training will be able to travel to space, which means I can finally add the balls to Armstrong's moon dick. Everyone always forgets the balls. So 2020 was a bullshit year, but at least technology made it a little bearable. And hey, we made it through. It's almost 2021. Things can only get better from here. God damn it.